South Africa now, the country's domestic air travel market is showing strong signs of a recovery after the COVID-19 pandemic. And that's as business and leisure travel in and out of the country picks up. But experts say there's still a long way to go before it is fully back on its feet. Poor economic conditions, high living costs and joblessness are said to be weighing heavily on operating costs and also squeezing passenger numbers. Here's CGTN Shonela Lupuana with more.
South Africa's domestic airline industry emerged battered from the COVID-19 pandemic and slightly skinnier after the collapse of big domestic players such as Comair and the state-run South African Airways. The gaping hole has been filled largely by existing carriers and some new entrants in the market.
They've used this opportunity to hugely grow their fleets. So they've expanded their fleets dramatically, and particularly Airlink, which has really moved into a lot of the space left by the massive shrinking of SAA and, of course, the loss of its competitor, SA Express.
The local industry is lagging the global recovery. Capacity constraints and higher oil prices have also pushed up travel costs. As a result, fewer people are flying now compared to 2019.
The traffic in the first half of 2023 is still 12% below what it was in 2019, and the scheduled number of seats in the market are over 25% below what 2019 was. So there is a recovery. It's definitely an increase over the really dark days of 2020, 21, and 22, but not quite back to pre-pandemic levels.
Domestic carriers are also spreading their wings across the borders into African territories.
I think competition is going to become very, very interesting there because Airlink and Safair definitely have ambitions to become dominant in that space. Safair's really become dominant in the domestic space, but they are still a bit player in the regional space. In the regional space, it's actually Airlink who have opened literally almost a new destination every second month. They've opened 2 new destinations already in September.
The airlines are beginning to complain that there's too much competition and prices are getting non-sustainable again.
The African market is looking healthier than it did a year ago, although tough regulations, poor infrastructure and high ticket prices remain barriers to intra-African travel. The growth potential remains significant. Shonela Lupuana, CGTN.